Dear Misty, I'm 22 years old and HIV positive. I didn't ask for it. It was just thrown upon me. My problem is I really like this guy. How do I tell him? You're in a dilemma. In fact, I used to be very much like that with my drag career before I really blew up here in South Florida. I would, date guys and try not to tell them about my drag until they really started to like me. And once they started to like me, I'm like, well, maybe they can overlook it. Maybe it won't be an issue if they truly see who and what I am personally. And that's my initial response. Initially, I would say, get to know them. Being HIV positive is your own private business unless you're in a sexual relationship. Until it becomes to that level, there's no need to tell them. They can be best friends with you, they can go on dates with you, and not know. But when it comes to that sexual intimacy, that's when it is, by law, required of you to tell them. Now, I have been around the block, and I have been with many HIV positive people, and I will again. But I also have educated myself on the practices of safe sex and what can be affected and what can't be infected. And I think that it'd be wise for you to do the same. So when in this situation, if you're on a date, let's say you're in a drive-up movie theater, and you're in the car and you're making out, and he goes down to open your pants, you have to be like, hey, before this goes any farther, I just want to let you know that I'm HIV positive and I'm fully prepared to protect you. I brought condoms. And let him be the one to say, oh, that's okay. I brought condoms too. And hopefully he's also educated and not ignorant and or afraid. But be prepared for him to freak out. It could happen, especially depending on where you live. I think in the bigger cities, most people know that, HIV is HIV. But I think in a lot of smaller towns, it's a huge stigma still. So, but just be educated, be respectful, and be honest. But be responsible. Protect him and protect yourself. Just be like, look, I brought condoms, so, we can protect ourselves and have a good time. As two consenting adults. And I think the best way to be honest with someone like that is to be upfront and completely honest. However, I might wait until the temperature is turned up, but you have to tell him before it goes any further. Imagine telling him the day after. Oh, I forgot to tell you last night before we did this thing, that's when if he went crazy, he could try to give you with, murder charges. But yeah, I hope I could help. Loving you is easy.